change. Heal my heart. No more pain. No, I'm not the same. I've been changed. I made a decision. I'm making a change. And I'm not gonna worry if they look at me strange. My song is different. My mind renewed. Lord, I've been changed. And it's all because of you. Lord, I've been changed. Oh, I've been changed. My heart's full of love for you, and my tongue proclaims your name. Lord, I've been changed. Lord, I've been changed, and I know that I will never be the same. I'm turning the corner. I'm moving on. I won't be shackled to my past. Free at last. This feels so good. Like I knew it would. Finally lay down all of my burdens, walking in faith. Now I'm for certain. I've been changed. I've been changed. Lord, I've been changed. My heart's full of love for you, and my tongue proclaims your name. Lord, I've been changed. Lord, I've been changed, and I know that I will never be the same. Victory is mine, Lord. I'm changed. Sun is shining bright after the rain. I will not be shaken. I shall not be moved. Born to win in the end, and now I got the proof. I've been changed. I've been changed. My heart's full of love for you, and my tongue proclaims your name. Lord, I've been changed. Lord, I've been changed, and I know that I will never be the same. I've been changed. I've been changed. Oh.
God bless you. God bless you, and welcome to the Girl Talk Sunday podcast. Y'all, I wrote that song in 2011, and I was too poor to record it. So I never did anything with it, but I kept it. I emailed the lyrics to myself all those years ago. And now with the technology and with AI, I was able to bring my song to life. And so it is so amazing to hear your own lyrics being sung back to you. I cannot wait to get in the studio and record that song. So I make sure that I play it right before Girl Talk Sunday, because it's just amazing to me that God gave me these words 15 years ago. And now I'm finally going to be able to record that song and share it with the world. So praise God, because I've been changed. I don't know about y'all, but I've been changed. Amen. Oh, by the way, welcome to the Girl Talk Sunday podcast. I am your host, Sandy Best Life Jones, and I am here to help women just like you discover the purpose and the plan for your life through honoring God, honoring your body, and owning your worth. As you can see, we are a faith-based platform. We love the Lord over here, but all who come in peace are welcome. I am so excited for today's show because I've been researching this issue, this high functioning depression, especially in women. And I wanted to talk about it last year during Mental Health Awareness Month, but I didn't get a chance to put the show together. So I'm so grateful that Dr. Patti is here. She's in the green room, and she's gonna help us connect the dots between what sometimes looks like busy work and how it can be also connected to depression. It's not the case for every woman, but it can be for some women. And so if that's you or someone that you know, please take a moment to like tonight's live, share the live, If you're watching on YouTube for the first time, welcome to the Girl Talk Sunday podcast. If you've been here before and you've come back for more, thank you so much for being here again tonight. If you have not subscribed to my channel, go ahead and subscribe. I am on my way to 500 subscribers. I'm about 200 and some change right now. So thank you. Thank you for getting me to that point. But once you get to 500 subscribers and a certain amount of watch hours, then your show can be monetized. And so that is my goal, to monetize this platform right here. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button for me. Thank you so much. If you're watching on Facebook, please share the live. Tag your sisters. Grab some tea. Grab some water. Grab your notebook, because I got mine right here. Dr. Patti is about to preach and teach for us tonight. She's going to help us uncover what this high functioning depression actually looks like and how we can heal from it. So before I bring her out, I want to make sure that I introduce her properly. I see you guys in the chat. Thank you so much for being here tonight. Yes. Yes, Dr. Patti always has so much love. It comes to Girl Talk Sunday. I absolutely love that about her. And it's not just women from her church. It's women from other churches, from my own church. So I think that speaks volumes about her credibility. First of all, as a first lady, her credibility as a woman, period. And then her credibility in her field. So I want to tell you what field she's in, who she is, and then we're going to bring her out. All right. All right. So Dr. Patricia Lott, affectionately known as Dr. Patti, is a doctor of clinical counseling psychology, international best-selling author, and the owner of Step of Faith Counseling Center, LLC, with over 17 years of private practice experience. She is deeply committed to helping individuals and families navigate emotional healing, healthy boundaries, and personal growth. In addition to her clinical work, Dr. Patti serves faithfully as First Lady of Cornerstone Community Outreach Ministries in Tacoma, Washington, alongside her husband of 46 years, Pastor Wayne Lott Sr. Known for her compassionate, faith-informed approach, Dr. Patti has a unique ability to translate complex psychological concepts into practical, relatable tools for everyday life. I'm telling you, that is what she does best, because unapplied wisdom is really just advice or like a higher level of knowledge. But if you cannot apply what you learn, you're never going to grow from it. You're never going to benefit from it. And so that is one of the things that I love the most about Dr. Patti. She talks where we live. She comes where we are. And she speaks to that version of us. And that's what she's going to do tonight. She's empowering people to pursue emotional wellness, peace, and wholeness, both personally and relationally. So without further ado, I want to bring out my good friend, Dr. Patricia Lott, affectionately known as Dr. Patti. Hi, Dr. Lott.
Hey, how you doing? Hey, everybody.
I am doing well. I thank God for you, woman of God. I do. I have such love and admiration for you. And you know I'm going to call you Dr. Lott. I never call you Dr. Patti. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I have to honor you that way because you walked me through my missionary license training, and you gave it to us straight, all of us in that class. So we understood what we were walking into. You didn't want us to be out here fantasizing about what was about to be going on, because we don't have this license just to have it. You know, we ain't walking around here missionaries without a mission. And you made that very clear to us, you and the other instructors. So I want to thank you for that. I want to thank you for helping me study and helping me get ready to take my test and being one of my loudest cheerleaders when I passed. Thank you so much.
So So listen, this topic has me totally stoked on today. It does. It
Yeah.
does. It does.
All right. Well, let's get right on into it. We have so much love in this chat right now. So let's get into it. I want to know
Mm-hmm.
from your professional perspective, when we talk about functional depression or high functioning depression, what are we really talking about?
So that's where I wanted to jump in first because clinically, a lot of
Mhm.
times we don't understand what depression really is because we
Okay.
have so much pop psychology out there and everybody's want to talk about depression is depression, that depression is. You have what's called depressed mood, according to the
Mhm.
DSM, right?
Mhm.
Because true depression is a chemical imbalance in your brain.
Mhm.
And so if you're really depressed, that means that there's something off that's in your brain. But we
Mhm.
also have a whole cluster of disorders that are mood disorders. That's so we have depressed mood. But you go to the doctor and they just say depression because they don't know because that's not their specialty. They
Mhm.
didn't specialize in psychiatric medicine or
Mhm.
psychology, right? They just
Mhm.
went to be general practitioners or whatever they are. And they depression is depression is depression, but it's
Mhm.
not. And I want some of you to know that because we do know a direct link in depression to a first generation ancestor. So if you, it
Mhm.
is a genetic thing as well as being a chemical imbalance. So let's first kill that because when we have misinformation, we misidentify ourselves. And when we
Mhm.
misidentify ourselves, we misdiagnose ourselves. And when we misdiagnose ourselves, we get frustrated because we cannot be healed.
Mhm.
So we're going to call it what it is, the mood disorder, a unilateral mood, meaning it's not bipolar, and that we are talking about depressed mood that has specific signs and specific symptoms that we look at. And so now when we're talking about a high functioning depressed person, we're looking at a functionally dysfunctional person, right?
Mm.
And
Mhm.
so I'm functionally dysfunctional, right? And my mood is a little bit off. And I liked your topic. It said, what does it look like? It looks like performing well in public while deteriorating in private.
Mm.
It looks
Okay.
like I'm fine, but what you're really doing is functioning through pain and not
Mhm.
from wellness,
Mhm.
right? And so I had to laugh because when you came into the office, and I know that we're struggling with this depressed mood. And I said,
Mhm.
how are you doing? And you say, I'm fine. As a
Mhm.
psychologist, it does not mean you're okay. And so I had
Mhm.
asked the people that's watching, I'm like, she'll probably tell you she's fine. And the truth is, psychologically speaking, she is fine. But
Mhm.
are you friend enough? Are you family enough? Are you discerner enough to actually know what fine really is? Or do you take that to mean, oh, okay, because what fine means, and when I say the definition, you're going to say, yeah, that's the highly functioning depressed woman. It means I'm freaked out and frustrated, I'm isolated and insecure, I'm neurotic, and I'm exhausted. FINE.
Mm.
And we miss it
Mhm.
because we're so used to fine meaning okay. So my encouragement, and I know we're at the back end working our way up. My encouragement is when you see your sister and she says, I'm fine, remember that so that you can
Mhm.
check in. Remember that so you can help her get to a place of wholeness and
Mhm.
healing and understand that. Because fine is a word that's all about optics. I talked about optics last time. Let me not go there and make people mad. They come for you. I don't care if they come for me because I can handle it. But
Oh Lord. Go ahead,
it's
Dr.
like it's like we're feeling overwhelmed and
Mhm.
we're struggling to cope
Mhm.
because fine is actually a defense mechanism. It's
Mhm.
because we would rather say we are fine than admit what we're truly feeling on the inside. Because the bottom line is you can never heal what you don't feel. And you
Right.
will never allow yourself what you don't deal with. And you
Mhm.
can't deal with what you don't allow yourself to feel.
Mhm.
And you'll never feel it if you never admit that it's there. And so you have somebody that's living in steeped denial. The highly functioning depressed woman is living in the ultimate state of denial. And fine is the flag that says, "Help me, I'm drowning." And so let's start tapping in so we can understand what that really is. Right.
Okay, so
I took up a lot of time. Go ahead.
you used an acronym. You said fine. Can you spell it out for us again?
F, freaked
Mhm.
out and frustrated. I, isolated and insecure. N, neurotic. And E, exhausted.
Okay, got it.
And for our younger ladies that's just, 18 to 24, just say feelings inside, not expressed. I got some feelings on the inside that I'm not expressing because people can't handle me. They say I'm extra,
Mm.
right? And
Mhm.
so therefore I've learned not to be extra. And so I
Mm.
die on the inside,
Mhm. Mhm.
right? Yeah.
Feelings inside, not expressed.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
Because we
So
gotta
so you
remember
said that
we gotta remember our little sisters too, right?
yeah, yeah. You said that the definitions that you gave us can be found in the DSM. What is that?
So the DSM is the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Psychological Disorders. It's what we
Okay.
call the psychologist's Bible, so to speak. It's all your
Okay.
signs and symptoms. It has,
Mhm.
your the cultural aspects of it,
Mhm.
and all of those things. It helps psychologists diagnose properly. It does the differentiation so you can tell the difference between medical depression and psychological depression. It shows how it presents itself. Depression,
Mhm.
it presents itself different in men than it does in women. And get this, it
Mm.
presents itself different in African American women than it does in Caucasian women. It presents itself
Oh.
different in Latino women. And so we can't just look at a set of symptoms. We also have to look into the cultural factors, because what is off the chain and unhinged for one culture is just
Mhm.
the status quo for the other. And so you start mislabeling. And that's why we got to stay away from, Psychology Today and internet.com. And we don't have the tools to actually know what it is we're dealing with. Right.
Mhm. Mhm.
I said it. I'm not going to take
Can
it
you
back.
give us an example? Can you give us an example of before we start talking about why
Signs and
so many
symptoms.
women have become skilled at masking this? Can you give us an example of what high functioning depression looks like in a black woman as opposed to one of their white counterparts? What would the difference
Yes,
be
ma'am.
for one symptom?
Chronic exhaustion.
Okay.
You're tired in your bones. You're not just tired. It's not just you have a busy schedule, and when your schedule decreases, that you can just go on with what you do. Sleep won't even restore you, and sleep is our
Mhm.
restoration process. So you
Mhm.
find a lot of time in African American women, they actually can tell you, "I'm tired." With that saying, "I'm bone tired."
Mhm.
Yeah,
Been there.
because there's chronic exhaustion, and it's a difference between
Mhm.
being tired and being exhausted. Another cultural factor in it is an emotional flatness, because in our
Mhm.
culture, we are animated people, we are
Mhm.
passionate people, we're just full of life, and we're full of energy, and we're full of everything. But African American women become flat, right?
Mhm.
You're not crying all day, you're numb. You
Mhm.
just straight right there. You have no emotion, you have no anything. Things that you used to find enjoyment and pleasure in, it just
Mhm.
doesn't matter anymore. And people don't understand, you want to be jovial, you
Mhm.
have just gone flat emotionally. And so it
Mhm.
can't touch you, because you have to maintain. Because black women, we're strong, we the strong independent black women, we can't let these
Mhm.
things touch us. We're
Mhm.
over functioning. It looks
Mhm.
over functioning, right?
Mhm.
You
Mhm.
become the go-to person for everybody else, and you're never available for yourself.
Mhm.
Because when it gets time for yourself, you're depleted. And
Mhm.
so you just remain numb so you don't have to feel anything.
Mhm.
We'll put on a mask called perfection.
Mhm.
You ever notice other cultures, they just fall apart. How you doing? Girl, I'm having a bad day. Everything is wrong with it. All of this comes out. Black women,
Yeah.
fine. I'm fine,
Yeah.
right?
I'm blessed.
I'm fine. And so we hide behind competence. When you
Mhm.
really start looking at it, we like to talk about all that we have achieved and all that we have done. But behind the competence and behind the excellence, behind the I'm good, right,
Mhm.
is pain.
Mhm.
And so the way we deal with our pain is to overachieve, because we live in a society, as long as you are producing, everybody feels as though you're okay. And so the more I produce, the happier people are, but they don't understand that the more I produce, the more I'm disappearing and dying on the inside.
Ooh, you said we
Um,
hide behind competence.
yes.
Say more about that.
So, you have a skill and you've perfected your skill, and that
Mhm.
becomes your identity.
Mhm.
And so now I'm this great psychologist. I've managed
Mhm.
to have so many emphases and competencies behind my name. And this is no joke. I have 17 letters behind my name.
Ooh.
That's why I just say doctor, because it's easier to say Dr. Patricia Lott than to say Patricia Lott and then put all 17 of these alphabet behind my name. Right? And so I know what I know, and I'm good at what I
Mhm.
do. And there's nobody else in the field is like me. And I can run it down being in the hospital, and they just automatically assuming I'm the chief of staff and I was a resident at the time. It's like you just really you
Mhm.
master what you do. I can walk in a room right now and automatically I've done assessments that are accurate on everybody I've come in contact with. Because
Mhm.
your girl got it like that, right?
Mhm.
And so I use that. That's what I put up front. And so you ever notice you never see Dr. Lott up front, is you just see the Lord's daughter that's right there, because I
Mhm.
refuse to hide behind my competency
Right.
so that you can be happy and comfortable when I'm dying on the inside. Right.
So for our Caucasian counterparts that might be watching, what might this high functioning depression look like in them?
And so in them, you'll see a lot of sickness. Like, oh, I
Mhm.
just got these migraines, or I can't do anything. Our Caucasian counterparts actually check out. They'll just
Mhm.
sit in a room and do nothing. It's like, I just can't move. I got up
Mhm.
and made it from the bed to the couch, and I'm not doing anything else today. Oh, yeah, let
Mhm.
me cook dinner. Let me watch the children. I
Mhm.
can't put out a report. It's almost the opposite of what you see in our
Mhm.
African American sisters. They
Mhm.
function, meaning that I got a checklist. By the time this day is over, I have had to wash the clothes, take care of the children, get this done, make that list, check this off, and I'm just checking it off, going through the motions. African American women don't go through the motions. They overachieve.
Mhm.
They
Mhm. Okay.
excel in what it is that they're doing.
Mhm. And
This Go ahead.
I was going to say, and then for our Latina sisters watching, how might it show up?
Role um role immersion,
Okay.
right? And
Mhm.
so I'm gonna do all I can do to be the best Latina that's out there.
Mhm.
I'm gonna do all of
Mhm.
it, period. And I'm gonna
Mhm.
be spicy and saucy while I do it. But the moment I stop,
Mhm.
there's no life. With our
Mm.
Latina sisters, while they're being the spicy Latina,
Mhm.
watch the eyes.
Okay.
That life, that spark that you see, never reaches her eyes.
Mm.
So that's why
Mhm.
when she says, "You girl, I'm fine," look in her eyes
Mhm.
so that you know what fine she really is, what okay she really is. She emerges herself into her culture because everything outside of her culture is unsafe and it'll crack her open.
Yeah.
Right.
With that.
So it goes that way.
Mm-hmm.
We have a quiet withdrawal, meaning you're present, but you're not there.
Mm-hmm.
You shrink socially without announcing it. You can be in the room, but not in the space. You know, you pull
Mm-hmm.
back, you show up for what you have to do, and as soon as it's over, you're out the door because you just can't, you're just withdrawing little by little by little until guess what? You're not there anymore because to be there hurts too much. Now, this is
Mm-hmm.
one that we share, our African American sisters and our Latina sisters share. We get irritated instead of say it. It's okay for us. It's almost like for our men, it's okay to be angry, but it's not okay to be sad. But that's one of the same things that's with us as the female. It's a cultural thing that we are irritable instead of sad. We're snappy, we're impatient, we get easily overwhelmed.
Mm-hmm.
And so this is why we use a phrase that I wish Psychology Today hadn't put out because people use it the wrong way. I don't have the capacity for this. That's not what that means.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. That's not, y'all stop that foolishness. Y'all find something and don't even research it to see what it is because it sounds good and then you start using it.
Mm-hmm.
But, oh, I'm just so overwhelmed. I'm so overwhelmed. Well, say no. If you say no, you won't be overwhelmed. I'm just saying. But that was the last show. Never mind. But it's like you just pile all this stuff up on yourself, and then you're talking about, I don't have the capacity for this. I'm just functionally depressed. No, you're not.
Mm-hmm.
Stop it. Stop saying yes to everything and stop being a people pleaser, and you'll be okay.
Mm-hmm.
Our
Mm-hmm.
main thing is we lose ourselves. One day you're gonna have me on here, and I'm gonna do a whole Alice in Wonderland and the Disney princesses for you, and change the whole way you see anything. But one thing that you will see happen over 17 times in the movie Alice in Wonderland
Mm-hmm.
is they say, "Who are you?" And Alice never could answer it, and neither can we. The
Mm-hmm.
highly functioning depressed woman can describe every role that she functions in, every hat that she wears, every position she has, but she cannot tell you what her desires are.
Mm-hmm.
She can't tell you what her dreams are. She can't tell you what her goals are because she's now defined by what she does, not who she is. Because to be
Mm-hmm.
who she is hurts too much. So then all of a sudden you forget who you are. And please don't go through launching phase when your children leave the house and you empty nest. And now you can't even say, I'm a mom, because a
Mm-hmm.
mom of adult children is a whole different
Whole
animal
different.
than
Mm-hmm.
the mom of the one that's there. And then there's this little thing. She's high achievement, but low self-worth.
Mm-hmm.
She performs at 100, but she feels like she's failing and everything is a zero. These
Mm-hmm.
are just a couple of the signs and symptoms. I said I could have did a whole show just on what she looks like, how she
Right.
presents, the things that you see in our highly functioning depressed women. And none of that
Mm-hmm.
sounds like, oh, she's depressed. She's depressed. Because we hear fine and we don't notice the tiredness that's in her. How
Mm-hmm.
she's taking all her energy just to be in the room with you. We just
Mm-hmm.
know that she's in the room with you,
Mm-hmm.
right? We don't see that she's not sleeping well. She sleeps 2, 3 hours, and then she can sleep 12 hours and wake up tired because her
Mm-hmm.
cells are not regenerating. She's
Mm-hmm.
not being replenished in her sleep because now she can't fight against everything that's going on emotionally inside of her.
So, as a high functioning Black woman, am I less likely to be the woman that can't get out of bed from day to
Well,
day?
you getting out of bed.
Right, right. Yeah.
You getting out. You don't want to,
Mm-hmm.
but you know you have to because if
Mm-hmm.
you stay there, you're going to feel what you don't want to feel.
Mm-hmm.
and you
Mm-hmm.
have to deal with what you don't want to deal with, and you just don't have the bandwidth to do it.
Mm-hmm.
You just don't want to do it. And so you like, no, I'm good. But then you go, and you think about 100 things that you need to get done, and you get
Yeah.
up and then you just start doing it, and you
Mm-hmm.
function and you do it well. Here's the thing with high
Mm-hmm.
functioning depressed women, you do it well.
Mm-hmm.
Everything
Yeah.
that you immerse yourself in, you do it well, because to do it well is your escape hedge. It's your coping strategy to go with your defense mechanism to keep you
Mm-hmm.
from dealing with what's going on the inside.
Ooh, that was good. Ooh. Is there a connection? I'm just looking at my notes. Is there a connection between I heard you talk about being the strong one for everyone else and then that emotional burnout too. But where does that come from? Where does the need to be that come from?
So now we're talking causal factors. You just got me in my whole wheelhouse today being a psychologist, right?
Yes.
So actually, it comes from chronic caretaking. You
Okay.
learned early that your
Mm-hmm.
value is in being useful, because we learn it, right? You got friends that are only your friends as long as you can do for them what they need you to do for them. You got family members that like you as long as you do what they need you to do and want you to
Come
do. And
on.
then you have
Mm-hmm.
dysfunctional people in your life, and you learn that my value is in being useful to somebody else. And
Mm-hmm.
so I learn and develop how to take care of you. And I never learned how to take care of me, because I'm just not worth taking care of. My job is to take care of you. And so that's one of the causal factors that we have. Another one is we have normalized trauma,
Mm-hmm.
right? Now,
Mm-hmm.
some people live and love their trauma. They wear it like a badge, right? But not your highly functioning depressed woman. Your highly functioning depressed woman has adapted to the pain so well that she doesn't even recognize it as pain. Now, let that sink in. You have
Yeah.
adapted to the pain so well that you don't even recognize it as pain.
It's just normal.
It's just normal. We've normalized the trauma. We've normalized the pain. I felt this. I don't know how long I felt this way. As long as I can remember, I felt it. This is just how I feel. This is my normal. This is my truth. See, that's another one of those phrases that I hate. This is my truth. There is no my truth. It's the truth,
Mm-hmm.
right? And so I know how you're feeling, but that's not the truth. Your truth is a little off. So
Can it be my truth from my perspective though?
no, there's one truth. I am the way, the truth, and the life.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And so everything I said is true. What
Mm-hmm.
you say may or may not be true, depending on if you're
Mm-hmm.
falling in my word or falling in your own perception of things.
Hmm.
There's one
I want to go
truth.
back to mm-hmm.
Go
I,
ahead.
I want to go back to something you said. You said we love our trauma. Do we do that from a conscious standpoint, or is that an unconscious thing that we do?
Some people have learned that the only attention they get is through the
Mm,
fallout of their trauma.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm. Okay,
And
okay,
the
that's good.
truth is that negative attention does the same thing as positive attention, and our
Mhm.
trauma gives us the excuse to have bad behavior.
Ooh. Okay, Dr. Lott, you just reminded
See?
me of something. You just
Uh-huh.
reminded me of something. Okay, so I'm a social worker.
Mm-hmm.
And I work with families in crisis who more than likely they are either on the verge of being homeless or they're already homeless, living in their car, living on somebody's couch, living outside. Now, a lot of times, not every time, but a lot of times, I notice that my clients can very passionately talk about their their crisis, their trauma, every diagnosis they've ever had. They can read that thing off. They know it by heart. They know all the medication they're on. But as soon as you ask them, what is it going to take to get you moving in a new direction, they can't answer. But they are fluent about what's not working.
Well, they can't answer because if they answered and told you the truth, you would get upset with them. And the truth is, I don't want it to get better because I enjoy it the way it is.
Mm,
You see,
mm,
I enjoy not having to be accountable because I have a diagnosis.
right.
I don't want to get healed and whole because then my services are going to stop. See, you have to understand. And
Yeah,
so
yeah.
I just don't want to do that because this works for me.
Mm-hmm,
And it has now become my identity. I've normalized it that this is the way I'm supposed to be.
mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Okay,
Here's
so there's
one.
a, so that there's a benefit in there somewhere.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
yeah. We have what is called, and believe it or not, this is a psychological term. I'm not just saying it to be this way. It's called strong black woman conditioning.
Ooh,
And so,
okay. Talk
we have operant conditioning and we have classical conditioning, but we also have the strong black woman conditioning. And it is cultural and it is generational.
Mm-hmm,
And I'm not trying to hurt anybody's feelings and ruffle anybody's feathers, but
mm-hmm,
no culture has ever created except our culture where our children were snatched out of our arms and sold to somebody else,
mm-hmm.
where
True.
our men were taken from us and bred as animals and forced to commit adultery and then
Mm,
sold or killed once their usefulness was done. We have had to endure without expressing when someone came in and raped and molested us because they could, because they felt that they owned us. And
right.
we had to deal with the shame and the things that happened. And so, Black women have been conditioned to be strong enough to endure whatever comes their way
Mm-hmm,
without expressing any kind of emotion or feeling behind it. And
mm-hmm,
it's a conditioning and it is a psychological expression that we have to deal with when we go through cultural competencies, and we start looking at the pervasiveness of it in the culture. We have a culture that is steeped is the culture has experienced trauma, so we
mm-hmm,
have culture trauma. And then inside of the culture trauma, we have the indignities that were done to women that were traumatic as well. And it
mm-hmm,
becomes generational and it goes down. And I can't teach you what I don't know. So all I can teach you, my little sister, is to be a strong Black woman. Don't let them see that you are broken.
mm-hmm,
Don't let them see that they got to you. This is how they win when you fall apart. And so there's a conditioning that takes place in the culture among women that no matter what you're doing, I got to function. I've got to do what I need to do because I'm a strong Black woman and I
mm-hmm,
can't be broken,
mm-hmm,
right? And so
mm-hmm,
that's one of the causal factors that you will find in this disorder that we're talking about. And now they're
mm-hmm.
gonna come for me again because it's called religious over responsibility.
All
And you
right,
got
go ahead.
people, they gonna mess with you and they're gonna tell you, just be strong in the Lord.
Mm-hmm,
And what they
mm-hmm,
mean by that is don't have any emotional needs.
mm,
But God Himself had emotional needs. God Himself said, I long for you to love me with your heart, not just your mouth.
yeah,
Right? Jesus said, I
yeah.
long for you to be in relationship with me. God said, I want to get to a place where I'm so happy about you that I sing over top of you. But yet we want to get in the church and tell you, be strong in the Lord. Why I gotta be strong in the Lord when I'm here now. When you know good and well you just molested my child,
Oh,
but you want to stand up here and preach, and I'm supposed to be okay about it. You
Mm,
telling me to be strong in the Lord when my lights just got turned out because you told me I wasn't serving God right unless I gave you $500, right?
mhm,
And so we get
mhm,
this religious over responsibility that
mhm,
comes on us when we're in the church. That if I'm saved, it's got to be. I call it at my church, Ren and Stimpy. It's got
mm,
to be happy, happy, joy, joy. No, Jesus was frustrated. Jesus was angry. I mean, this is not a calm act to be turning over tables and taking a whip, driving the animals out and telling people get out of God's house because they've changed it from what it's supposed to be. And so
mhm.
we get this almost a nervous anxiety to just breathe in the religious community because now all of a sudden something must mean we're not saved because we're breaking.
Mm. Ooh,
But how does God bind the brokenhearted if you don't allow it to be known that your heart is broken?
yes. And
Right?
I want to know, and I'm sure those of the folks in the chat and those that are watching want to know. How, as a woman of faith, working in ministry, how do you push back on that? How do you push back on that without making it seem like, or without other people thinking your faith isn't strong enough? How do you push back?
So first of all, you asked the wrong one because I
Mhm.
could care less what you think about me and my faith. I don't have to please you. I don't have to answer to you, and I owe you no explanations. I am uniquely, unapologetically my own self.
Mhm.
I'm the way God
Mhm.
made me, and I don't apologize. And guess what? Your permission is not necessary. And so I don't get too much pushback about that because I'm like, when God spoke to me, it was not a conference call. Your
Mhm.
opinion is not asked for or welcome. Keep it to yourself. Because at the end of the day, nobody knows what's going on between me and the Lord except me and the Lord, except He reveal it by His Spirit to somebody else.
Mhm.
And guess what? I'm gonna stop sitting. Can I just talk to y'all to say right now?
Mhm.
Stop sitting
Mhm.
in church lying, right? You sitting in
Mhm.
church
Mhm.
lying and don't understand why deliverance is not coming to you in your service. God, I'm hurting. I'm broken. I feel betrayed and destroyed. I'm so tired of carrying everybody else. I can't even carry myself. God, if you don't come and do something for me, I'm going to lose my mind. But you sit there.
Yeah.
How you doing? Fine. You
Mhm.
lied. You
Mhm.
came to the hospital and left sick
Mm.
because you cared too much about what people would think about your healing.
Mm.
God, I want you to heal me from this. I don't want to carry this back home with me that I brought today. And I don't care what these people think about it. If this is the place that you're going to heal me, heal me. Let them stay sick, but
Mhm.
heal me before I get up out of here.
Mhm. So is the reason why we wear that mask in church because there's some shame attached to um being able to express the hurt that you feel? Is there shame attached to that? Are we shamed for that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because
Yeah.
shame is all about what other people do. And so you
Mhm.
have to make up your mind, who's my taskmaster and who do I serve? You
Mhm.
don't have, see, nobody have heaven or hell to put you in.
Mhm.
And nobody has a right to put their mouth on your healing.
Mhm.
I remember way, 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 way back in the day when the Lord called me into the ministry, they gonna stand up there and tell me, missionaries don't never go to the altar. Miss me with all of that. If I need the altar, I'm coming to the altar. If I need some carpet time, you're gonna see me laying on the floor at the carpet. But I don't care about none of that because
Mhm.
I need to be healthy
Yeah.
so that I can win healthy disciples. You know, it's one
Mhm.
scripture that said that they went to and fro throughout the land seeking for one proselyte. And when they found him, they turned him into twice the son of hell that they was. You know
Mm.
why? Because sick people can't help sick people heal,
Mhm.
but those that are
Mhm.
well. And I need to model to you how to get well in God, just like I need to model to you how to take an offering. I need to model to you that I can love the Lord with all my heart, with all my mind, and all my strength, and be struggling not to throat punch you right now. Right? I need to be able to teach you and model that to you in God's house. We come into
Yeah.
God's house to learn how to live outside of his house. So I'm not going to let you shame me. I'm not going to give you that real estate, and I'm not going to give you that permission. You are entitled to have an opinion, but you are not entitled to express it to me unless I ask you for it. And you're
I like what you
insignificant
just
to
said.
me until I'm healed. Go ahead.
I like what you just said. You said we come to God's house to learn how to live outside of his house.
Yes.
So if we're being manipulated into taking on more than we can handle inside God's house, more than likely we're going to get that same experience outside of his house. Is that right?
That's exactly what's going to happen. Yeah.
Yeah. So how do we counter that? How do we begin to counter that so we're not shamed into becoming functionally depressed even in the church?
So I'm going to
What
say
do we
this
do?
because that's one of our
Mhm.
causal factors is a shame-driven silence because you believe that your struggle disqualifies you.
Mhm.
And you have to
Yeah.
remember that disqualification comes from the Lord according to what he has said, not according
Mhm.
to what man has said. And so
Mhm.
that really goes to changing the narrative that you accept in your spirit, changing the narrative that you accept in your mind, changing that. I want to hit these two real fast, and we're going to start talking about how to heal a little bit. One is
Okay.
unprocessed grief
Mhm.
because you have never given yourself the opportunity to mourn, right? You have
Mhm.
never gave yourself the space to name what has you off kilter. You've
Mhm.
never processed it. You acknowledged it, but you never
Mhm.
processed it. It's not enough to admit that something hurt you. Now
Mhm.
we have to get to the place where it doesn't hurt me anymore. It's not enough to just admit that I'm so sad that my loved one have passed or my job has passed or my job has ended. But
Mhm.
now I need to grieve it and I need to mourn it so that I can move on, or else it becomes a cancer inside of us. And we deal with it by highly functioning while we're yet depressed move.
Mhm.
And then also emotional parentification.
Mhm.
My sisters and my brothers, please remember if you have 4 children, you have 4 children. Stop making your oldest child be another parent.
Mm. Yeah.
Parent
We
your
talked about.
own children.
Mhm.
Don't make your kids become adults too early. You know, men would go off to war and they would say, you're the man of the house now. That's too much responsibility to place on a child.
Mhm.
You got your addictions and your stuff, and your child is having to clean you, cook
Mhm.
food for you, take care of your siblings. Developmentally, they're doing the job, but they can't process the job that they're doing. And so it forms a form of retardation, or meaning that the brain spins in a cycle
Mhm.
until developmentally we can catch up with the
Mhm.
experience that we're having. Don't Some of you became adults too early and you don't know how to handle it and process it because part of adult becoming an adult is learning how to process the situations you're in developmentally with where you are. And I think
Mhm.
those are ones that we overlook those a lot, but we have to if we care about the little sisters
Mhm.
and the
Mhm.
little brothers as well.
So before we transition over to the healing part, I want to ask you a question about the grief.
Hmm.
So we're talking about grief around something that is dying or has already died. And we don't always mean a physical death. Sometimes it's a spiritual death, sometimes it's a mental death. Is that what you mean?
Yes, because sometimes you have to grieve the person you were in order
Yeah,
to become the peak person that you are becoming.
yeah,
You
yeah.
know,
Ooh, that's good. Mm.
you have to grieve the person that you were. no matter
Mm.
how ratchet or perfect she was.
Mhm. Mhm.
As long as you just let it go, like she never existed. She's a part of your story. She's a part
Yeah.
of who you are.
Yeah.
And sometimes it's sad to leave that space of who I am. Listen, going through the
Mhm.
lifespan and the developmental cycle,
Mhm.
you grieve when you hit um germination and quality of life.
Mhm.
You know, it's like you remember what it was like to be a teenager. You remember what it was like to be a young adult.
Mhm.
You remember what it was in midlife. All of that is gone.
Yeah.
And who am I now? And I've got
Mhm.
to grieve that because it's gone.
Mhm.
And I got to look forward to becoming and living my best life now where I
Mm.
am. And sometimes we can't do that if we're stuck grieving what used to be.
Mhm. Now, when you talk about parentification, if you are a parent right now, we'll say a mother who has delegated work to the children based on their age and what you feel like they can handle, but now you're starting to see, or you're, after what you just said, you're feeling like, okay, maybe I have been giving my oldest child too much. How can you begin to pull some of that back to balance that thing out? What can we do?
So, so chores, you got to do it developmentally,
Hmm.
right?
Hmm.
But you got to make sure. Now, I'm the oldest. Mess with one of my younger siblings and see what happened, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, I don't have to parent them. Well,
Hmm.
they switched on me because I'm so much older than I'm 15 years older than my brother.
Mm.
And so when our mother, passed, he
Hmm.
kind of and so I remember when his daughter had the baby, and he's like, "Yeah, grandma." And I said, "No, no, 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 no. I'm a great aunt. I'm not your
Hmm.
mother, you know,
Hmm.
and I'm not your
Yeah.
grandmother. I know you want to share that, but that's not the place that I stay. The greatest gift you can give your children is to not make them be another parent. Make the
Hmm.
other children respect them as the oldest,
Right.
because just like the middle child has the chore of washing the dishes, the oldest
Hmm.
child has been assigned the chore to remind you to wash the dishes.
Hmm.
But they don't have to parent you.
Hmm.
And so we,
Okay,
we
so
need to
that's the
start
difference.
looking at that. Yes, we have to start
Hmm.
looking at what we're doing. And
Hmm.
if you got a child and now they taking all the responsibility on, they're going and doing the grocery shopping, they're doing the cooking, they're doing this, they're doing that. Pretty soon you're gonna see the other kids going to that child and bypassing you, and then you want to get a little attitude about it. And now we got a whole nother
Hmm.
problem in the family system, right?
Hmm.
And then
Hmm.
then we have a problem in the marriage because nobody wants to marry their parent. They want to marry their spouse.
Now we could do a whole show on that.
But if you've been parentified, that's how
Hmm.
you approach everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes. Yes. So you turn into your husband's mama.
Right.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
they get mad because he don't want two mamas.
Hmm. Hmm. Wow. And if we got to go over an hour tonight, we can. It's my show. We can go as
Okay.
long as we want
As
to.
long as we want to.
So let's start talking about what healing might look like for us. I heard you say that you cannot heal it until you feel it. So how can you begin the process of allowing yourself to feel these these feelings that you've been suppressing
Mhm.
for so long?
So let me give it to you. You can't
Hmm.
heal what you don't deal with. You
Hmm.
can't deal with what you don't feel.
Hmm.
You can't feel what you won't name.
Hmm.
And so we
Okay.
begin that process by naming emotions, because that will break the numbness. Because here's the thing, it's not real till I say it out loud.
Hmm.
Until I say it, it's not, it's there. I know it's there, but until I say it out loud, it's not real, right? And so you
Hmm.
have to begin to name those emotions and break the numbness.
Hmm.
Healing
Okay.
is ugly. Healing is messy. Healing takes time. And so when you begin to let yourself name those emotions, you got to be ready to just let it out. And then you just start systematically dealing with each one that you felt. This is what I felt. Well, let me examine it. Why did I really feel this? How did I get to this feeling?
Mm-hmm.
So how can I adjust where this feeling does not become a part of who I am anymore? Or I can get it back in the right perspective, get it back the way it's supposed to be.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And then you got to release the strong friend role. You got to stop drowning while you rescue everybody else.
Yeah.
And that's just real talk, right? You
Mm-hmm.
have to really realize that I can only be as good to you as I am to myself. If I'm no good to myself, I can't bring you along. If we even know I cannot, if there are some therapists that have to transfer a client because they won't do their own personal work. And you
Mm.
can never take a person farther in healing than you have gone yourself. You
Mm-hmm.
can never take somebody stronger in healing than you've gone yourself or
Mm-hmm.
recovery. And so this is where we got to stop drowning in other people's stuff, right?
Mm-hmm.
I
Mm-hmm.
don't have to be the strong one all the time. You ever had that one friend that you the strong one, but the first time you shed a tear, then all of a sudden they ghost,
Mm-hmm.
or they throwing you tissues, or I can't handle this. I need you to get over this real fast. I'm
Yeah.
not used to you being this, but this is who I am.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And so what that means to me is you're not safe enough for me to heal. And if you're not safe enough for me to heal, you're not safe enough to be in my circle. So bye bye, friend. Goodbye. I can't
Ooh.
meet that space that you had taken up anymore.
Is
Right.
that what you have to do sometimes?
Sometimes you have to.
Yeah.
Sometimes you have to say, no, this friendship is not good for me emotionally.
Mm-hmm.
You have to admit you're a leech. All you want is what you can get from me, but you're not interested in giving anything back to me.
Mm-hmm.
And so this can't happen anymore.
Mm-hmm.
You want a 3 minute time. As soon as I pick up the phone, the clock
Mm-hmm.
starts. And at 3 minutes, I got to go because I can't be consumed with your life. You have those people in your
Yeah.
life that they
Yeah.
never call you until they want to brag. Like if life is going
Mm-hmm.
normal, life is just life, and you don't hear from them. But let the opposite poles happen. Let something good happen, and nothing good's been happening in your life so far. Child, let me tell you about what happened. And they just want to just pull you all in.
Oh.
Or, oh Lord, my life is in the toilet. I just don't know it. And then they feel better, but now you're weighted because there was a transference of spirit onto you. And so you have to really get to the place where you're not healthy for me spiritually and you're not
Mm-hmm.
healthy for me naturally. So while I love you, bye. And you start to heal. It's
So, are
like,
you saying, Dr. Patty, that there are people who benefit from your functional dysfunction?
yes. And you also have to be careful of this. People that
Mm-hmm.
profit off
Mm-hmm.
your pain and
Wow.
monetize your misery.
Mm-hmm.
Stop running all these
Mm.
conferences. Stop getting up in all these lines. That these people profiting from your pain and they monetizing your misery. They don't want you healed because their
Yeah.
income stops. Therapy was never designed to be forever.
Ooh.
It never was designed to be forever. But if I can
Yeah.
pay my bills off of your pain, oh, I'm gonna keep you here. And then you got these people that
I want to go back to
manipulate.
something that you said.
Uh-huh.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
No. Go ahead. Don't lose your
No, I was
train of
going to say
thought. Go
they
ahead.
manipulate you in the body of Christ
Mm-hmm.
so that they can
Mm-hmm.
profit off of your pain and monetize your misery.
Mm.
So you got to release
What do
that.
you mean?
I mean
Mm-hmm.
that instead of putting a space for you, when you did this to me, it stole my childhood.
Mm.
No,
Mm-hmm.
you don't have enough faith. You need to, I'm going to tell you what, you need to open up and give, because just like you get into trouble, you can give your way out of trouble. I profit from your pain if I keep you there and I keep you. How come you don't come to church? I don't come to church because it keeps triggering me when I see the person that damaged me. And we've never followed what scripture said. And we came and sat down and reasoned together. And I shared with you what it did to me.
Mm-hmm.
And whether you say you sorry and ask for my forgiveness or not, at least you know that this is what this is. I
Mm-hmm.
don't profit off of that because I don't keep you feeling like you're insignificant. And then you don't have to keep over functioning
Mm-hmm.
to keep my ministry strong. See, I'm just saying, we find this in the body of Christ. I need you over functioning. I need you
Mm-hmm.
emotionally flat. I need you over functioning, and I need you wearing the mask of perfectionism so that my ministry can stay strong.
Mm.
And then I can parade you around about what you've done and how this has been. And she just broken, but look at what God is doing in her life. Stop profiting off of people's pain. Stop
Mm.
monetizing their ministry, making them
Mm.
think if they buy my book, all of a sudden their problems are going to be over.
Mm-hmm.
If they come
Mm-hmm.
to my conference, all of a sudden they're going to be healed. And no, you don't have no oil on your life. You just got a book.
Mm-hmm.
Monetize your misery. I'm gonna do it because it helps keep me what I need to do. So you gotta cut some of that stuff. And it's hard because if I've been in a church all my life and that's all I know,
Yeah.
it's scary.
Yeah.
It's scary.
Mm-hmm.
But if I'm in a church and they don't acknowledge that I'm broken and get at the altar with
Mm-hmm.
me and pray and cry and tarry and fast with me for healing, open up opportunities for me
Mm-hmm.
to come together and try to make that right, then I've not really
Mm-hmm.
covered you, have I? And sometimes that's just what it
Yeah.
is.
And two, let's be honest, once you start speaking up for yourself and you start pushing back and you start to heal, sometimes there's retaliation, sometimes you become ostracized. That happens. I've seen it happen. So you got to be prepared
And then you say, thank
to
you, Lord,
have people's opinion of you change.
because you know what? They loved the damaged version of you. They don't want the healthy version of you. They can't handle the healthy version of you. You know why? Because when you get healthy, it forces them to see
Mm-hmm.
just how unhealthy they are. And I don't want to do the work on myself. So I'm going to subtly or not so subtly sabotage you to bring you back
Mm-hmm.
into the mindset and the behavior you were in so that my
Mm-hmm.
homeostasis is put back in place. I don't want you healthy because then I see that I'm not healthy. I can't gaslight you if I'm healthy. I can't project on you if you're healthy.
Mm-hmm.
Some people feel better about themselves
Mm-hmm.
by
Mm-hmm.
seeing you in your struggle. They don't want to see you out of your struggle. So this is where part of this comes in at is really reassessing the space
Ooh,
and the place.
it's sad to say, but it's true.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Ask yourself this question: who am I when I am not
Before
performing?
we go back to something that you said about why we're going in and out, but that strong woman conditioning
Mm-hmm.
see in the medical field with doctors and the way they treat Black women.
Mm-hmm.
We are automatically seen as stronger, so we don't need as much intentional, focused care as our white counterparts and our other counterparts that are not Black. So we see it in the medical field, but I'm telling you, we see it in families and relationships and on the job as well. I was talking to somebody about this the other day. Sometimes in your family might see you as, oh, Cindy don't need all that. Oh, she don't care if we don't celebrate her birthday. She don't care about that. Oh, she don't care, don't bring up, she don't care about that.
Yeah.
So it crosses every area of your life where people see you as this person that doesn't need as much care because you're so high functioning in your trauma, in your dysfunction, in your depression. Is that right?
That's it. And you don't serve that.
Mm-hmm.
You have to remember, highly functioning depressed women serve a role. You have a place.
Mm-hmm.
You are there for everybody else, but
Mm-hmm.
very rarely is anybody there for you, because that's not what the
Mm-hmm.
relationship's about. The relationship is about what I can get from you for myself.
Mm-hmm.
What can I do for
Mm-hmm.
you that's in line with what I want to do, not what you need me to do?
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. I'm just thinking about um, a wife whose husband sees her as the rock of the family. So he can't even see her softness. He doesn't see that just because I'm able to multitask, I still need you to see me as tender. I still need you to see me as the weaker vessel in terms of me needing you to cover me and love me in a way that lets me know that you see how tender I am in some places. That's what I'm really thinking about. That's where my heart is. It's with married women who um, are so good at keeping house and taking care of the children and doing all the things that married men do, because sometimes we got some stuff we got to do. It's on our plate. We got to check it off the to-do list. That our husbands no longer see us as tender, soft women because we're not allowed to be soft. And when that
So,
happens, we don't always get the care.
so
Yeah,
here's the thing. Some of that is our fault. Ask
yeah,
yourself, if
yeah.
when he was dating me, was I strong,
Mm-hmm.
independent Black woman, or did I show him the sensitive side?
Mm-hmm.
Did I bait and switch on him? I was all strong and
Mm-hmm.
emotionally all of this, and then all of a sudden I'm not, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so we owe it, even
Mm-hmm.
in the courtship part, to say, you know what? Yes, I carry this weight, I carry this crown, and I carry this mantle, but there are times that I just need to not. And I need you to be okay with that too. I need you to be okay with when I just have to shut everything down
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
and just not disappear into myself, but disappear into the Lord's care for what needs.
Yeah.
I sometimes need you
Well,
to
I
do
want
it.
you to have the last word tonight.
Mhm. So I want to
Yeah.
put just throw these out there a little bit.
We're
Rebuild
cutting
your
in and out. I don't know why, but I hope
me
you got
either.
everything.
So if we
Yes,
can just
yes,
rebuild
yes.
your
Go.
identity,
Mm-hmm.
use rest as resistance,
Mm-hmm.
find therapeutic spiritual
Mm-hmm.
support, right? Not just spiritual support, but
Mm-hmm.
therapeutic spiritual support. Not just therapeutic support, but therapeutic
Mm-hmm.
spiritual support. Somebody's going to look at your soul, your inner man. Set those healthy boundaries.
Mm-hmm.
Reconnect to joy and not happiness. Please understand that He never said the happiness of the Lord is my strength. He said the joy of the Lord is my strength. And when David found
Mhm.
himself in this space that the high functioning depressed woman was in, he said one of those verses that'll carry us. He said, restore unto me the joy of thy salvation. Right? Reconnect
Mhm.
to joy.
Mhm.
And then learn to reframe it from God needs me to be strong to God meets me as I'm human. Right? Because he already knows and he already
Mhm.
wants you to do it. And those things will bring us back. Those things will help us. And it's slow. It's not fast because you've learned how to do it too well. You are highly functioning depressed easier than you are a mess laying on the floor crying out to God. And so be good to yourself, extend
Yeah.
yourself grace, but make the changes that need to be made. And no is still a complete sentence.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Amen and amen. And I love that you are making sure that we understand that sometimes we contribute to our own suffering
Mm-hmm.
because we won't tell the truth about ourselves to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
So I want to just make sure that that's clear too. We can't blame everything on everybody else. Sometimes this is internal work that needs to be done.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess this, something did happen.
Yeah.
I'm not minimizing
Well,
trauma.
as always, you bless me.
Go
Yeah. Yeah.
ahead.
Yeah. Yes. Hopefully everybody was able to hear. It felt like we were going in and out, but hopefully everybody was able to hear. You guys can let me know in the chat if you could hear Patty, because your wisdom is just so multi-layered. I want to make sure that everybody got what they needed tonight. And if they didn't, I may ask you to send me some of your notes that I can post to make
Okay.
sure that everybody heard what you said in the end here, because that was really powerful what you were saying. So let me know in the chat if you could hear Dr. Patti these last about 5 or 6 minutes. I want to make sure you heard what she said. Thank you so much for being here again tonight. I know that if I need you, I can call you. I already know that.
Yes,
So
ma'am.
thank you.
Awesome.
I have a gift for you, and I'm going to bring it next Sunday
Oh, girl,
to
please.
Pastor's Appreciation.
Well, all right then.
I was going to surprise you, but I'm not going to surprise you. I want you to know that I'm coming, and I have a gift for you.
Well, amen. Amen. It was great to be here. I have so much fun when I
Amen.
come.
I want
I
to
just talk to the ladies, just sit down and have a conversation.
I want to make sure you know who's here. Our girl missionary Tabitha Tart is here.
Hey.
Here she is. Lexi is here. Alexis. Hi, Alexis. Let's see who else is here. Do you speak Spanish? No, I don't speak Spanish. I'm so sorry. I wish I did. Hopefully you can use the captions on, if you're watching on YouTube. It looks like you are. You might be able to switch it to Spanish so you can understand what the conversation was about tonight. I'm sorry. Let's see. Louise Bennett is here.
Our mother at the church.
Blessings to
Yes.
all. My sweet friend Paulette Bickerstaff is here. Paulette, what do you want me to send to you? Let me know. Let's see who else is here. I saw somebody. Oh, Shanice Brewster is here.
Well, amen.
New. God bless you, Sharice. Go ahead and hit subscribe so you don't miss any time I upload or I go live for Girl Talk Sunday or Fridays by the Fire. It's so good to have you here. Thank you so much. And let me see who else is here. Denise Gales, my friend. Oh, that's Teresa. It's one of them. It's one of them. It's either Teresa or Denise. I'm not sure which one. My
I
girl
think
Q
it's
Williams is here. God bless you, Q. It's so good to see you. Thank you for popping in. Let me see. Let me see. Is that everybody? I think that's everybody. Oh, no, no. My girl, my friend Tanya Miller is here. That's my almost birthday twin right there.
Well, all right then.
Thank you for being in. Yes, thank you for being here tonight. Tanya, thank you so much. Yes, all right. That's everybody. Thank you, Dr. Patty. I'll be back.
Until next
Here we
time.
go. We're going out again. Until next time, thank you so much. I'll see you next Sunday. God bless. If the Lord says the same, I will see you.
Amen.
All right. Have a good night. All right, everybody. That's our show. Thank you so much for being here tonight. I love y'all. I love when the chat at. It lets me know that the topic we're talking about is something that resonates with you. And that's really important to me. I don't want to just be out here talking about whatever. I want to talk things that really resonate with the women who watch, because we all have things that we go through in life and we don't always have somebody to talk to, somebody that actually listens and cares about what's going on in our life. Some of us don't have that. And I think that people often have this belief that I have like all these friends and, you know, I always have people that I can turn to and that I can talk to, but that's not really true for me. I have a handful of friends that I can call if I need to talk about something. You might see me on social media and think, oh, some people, but that's the Facebook page. I don't know these people. They're just, you know, Facebook friends. That's what they're called on social media, on Facebook. People that follow me on Instagram. Most of them I don't know. Even if I did, I wouldn't be comfortable talking to anybody and everybody about the stuff that I go through. But I do have a handful of friends that I can call if I'm going through something, if I need advice about something, if I have something, you know, really awesome that I want to share, if I need prayer. You know, I have a handful of people that I can call. I think we all need at least a handful. Um, a handful of people that we call just to say, you know what, sis, I got something on my mind. I want to run it by. I need a sounding board right now. I don't really need you to fix it. I just need to say it out loud so I can get it out of my head. We all need those kinds of sisters in life. So if you don't have that kind of sister, I hope that you are trying to be that for someone, because I didn't have that in my 20s and in my 30s. And I try to be that for the younger women in their 20s and their 30s now, which is why I'm really excited about the work that I'm going to be doing with the YWCC, the jurisdictional YWCC, Young Women Christian Council, because there was so much that I needed in my 20s and 30s that I didn't get. And so now God has blessed me to be that for other women in their 20s and 30s, and I'm excited about that. It can do that for a young woman. I just encourage you to be that listening ear. Not always in a way where you're just listening so you can respond, but you're actually hearing what she's saying. It may not be so you can give advice, or it may not be so you can fix it. It might just be she needs you to listen. So if you have young women in your life, or you know, women who are more seasoned, be that kind of friend if you can. If you're not equipped yet, then continue doing inner work that you need to do so that you are more balanced in your own mental and emotional well-being, so that you can become the friend that someone might need in their life. Yes, First Lady Lott is a true vessel of God. And what is Psalm 91 is real too. We are protected even when we feel the impact. Yes, even when we feel the impact of unaddressed trauma, even when we feel the impact of our dysfunction, we are still protected. Yes, you are absolutely right. We are. We just have to remember that. We have to remind ourselves that. But then we also need to remember that faith with works is dead. So it's not enough for us to believe that we can be healed. We have to be willing to add the work to that faith to be healed. I think that was part of Dr. Lott's message tonight. Don't think that you can just wish depression away. It doesn't matter what kind of depression it is. It's not something you can wish away. There's work that has to be done. And some of that work may be done in a therapist's chair. So don't be afraid to go and ask for that help. That's what it's there for. That's what God is there for. And I think she's tired, though. But I just still think that some help with something, she will help you. Because I know if I pick up the phone and I call her, she's going to come see about me. I don't know about the rest of y'all. But that's how she is about me. So once again, thank you so much for being here tonight for Girl Talk Sunday. This was an excellent show. Excellent show. And Dr. Lott will be back later this year. There's so much I want to talk to her about. And I think that all of us will be able to relate. Because when it comes to mental health and emotional health, it all connects to our spiritual health. The three are connected. So if we can get in alignment and get balanced mentally, emotionally, and spiritually, we will then begin to have the opportunity to experience the abundant life that God promised all of us. I truly, absolutely, 100% believe that. So y'all be on the lookout for Dr. Lott. She's coming back. She'll be back later this year. In addition, one of my favorite pastors walking this earth, Dr. Sharon Davis, is coming back to the Girl Talk Sunday to be with me. She'll be here in July. As you know, she comes every July, and she's been coming every July for the last 3 years. And I spoke with her the other day, and she's coming back in July. I'm not going to say what the topic is yet, because you're going to have to wait and see. But just know Pastor Sharon Davis will be on Girl Talk Sunday in July. In the meantime, thank you again for watching. I love you all. God bless you, and good night.
I am enough. Doubts like lace. When I was happy, had to tell my face. Smiled through the ache. Then I had enough. Looked in the mirror. Saw heaven in my frame. No more begging for a seat. I was born with a name. Said, no, don't you worry about what tomorrow holds. Birds still get their breakfast, and flowers still unfold. So I'm laying it down, this heavy little crown. You'll cover me now. I'm breathing again. I'm letting it go. You know what I need before I know I am enough, enough, enough. Held in your love, your love, your love. Seek first the King. Everything comes in time. I trust you now. I trust you now. Leave me somehow. Leave me somehow. Today is enough. My life is in your hands. To chase the wind like it owed me more. Try to force the door till you open one. Now I